most people think that oil is oil, but it's not.
Oh, it's certainly not just oil. It used to be, once upon a time, 20 years ago, you could put pretty much anything in anything, and that made it work. And there was only diesel engine oil and petrol engine oil and hydraulic oil and a diff oil. But now, you know, with the advancement in engines and with the emission things, you know, it's very specific. Oils have to go on the right thing now. Otherwise you can cause major dramas, you know. So it's very important that you put the right thing. So as an example, we've probably got 10 or so different diesel engine oils now, you know, for all meeting a specific requirement and different manufacturers' requirements, especially in the diesel thing, you know.
So you need a different oil for different manufacturers?
Yeah. You know, Mercedes-Benz and all the European makes have something different than the Japanese makes and that sort of thing, because they use different emission control systems and that sort of thing. So it's very important that we use the right thing.
And if you don't, it can get very expensive.
Absolutely. If you use the wrong oil and you've got a particulate filter in your exhaust, which is in a lot of the late model utes and cars and things, you know, you block that up, it can be thousands and thousands of dollars to replace that. So you've got to have low ash type oils in the right situation.
You mentioned hydraulics?
Well, we sell transmission oil, both automatic transmission oil and manual transmission oils for passenger cars and trucks and things like that, but rear end oil for tractors and hydraulic oil for hydraulics, tip trucks, that sort of thing. All different grades and specifications, so yep.
So seriously, how do you know what to buy?
Well, you come and ask us. We've got a guy here that knows pretty much everything, and he's a real whiz, and he's John works behind the counter here, and if you wander in and say, look, I've got the most bizarre thing in the whole world, if he can't rattle it off his head, he's got access to it on his computer, and he'll be able to tell you pretty quickly what it has in it. So just ring up if you're not sure, and we can point you in the right direction.
A 2003 green Jaguar, I should be very careful what I put into the engine.
I would have a stab in the dark that it probably has, without even looking at it and know exactly what it is, but it'll have a 540 probably, I would think. It won't have anything thicker than that in it. So, in fact, a lot of the cars now, you know, like Honda for an example, are going down to a 020, which is like water, and all the oil, it's getting that good that they're going that way. It's getting thinner and thinner for economy, so that there's less friction inside the engine and that sort of thing, less drag, and so that's the way everything's going. It's getting thinner and thinner. You know, 2050 and that sort of things, I think, in the past.
So that new technology, do we still have to change it all very regularly?
It's not as bad as it used to be, because we're using, you know, unleaded fuel and things that we used to use, so we don't get as much contamination in the fuel. And the diesels, with all this emission control and their exhaust system, that sort of thing, service spans are going out a lot more. So, you know, a lot of the manufacturers now in passenger cars are saying, you know, 25,000 kilometres, which seems horrific, but that's what they're saying. So, but, you know, it used to be like 5,000 miles or something, but, you know, 10,000, 15,000 Ks is quite common now. You know, and some of the trucks are going out to 50, 60,000 kilometre oil changes.
New technology with diesel, you change from winter to summer diesels. Do you have to do the same with lubricants?
No, not really, because that's what the like as an example, the 10 and the 40 do. The 10 is the thickness of the oil, the viscosity of the oil in winter, and that's what the W stands for, and the others for the, so it's still, even when it's very cold, it's still not thick and gooey, so it'll whiz around your engine flat out and oil everything when you're starting it up. So it used to be, back in the day, there used to be an SAE30, but it was the same thickness, and it was very, very difficult to, that's why you had to change things for winter and summer, but not now. No, oil's that good, it does it all year round.
Do you need a whole raft of different things then?
Absolutely, it's specific to what you buy, you know, for what you drive. You shouldn't just presume that because you've got a Toyota Corolla that it'll go in your whatever, because it'll be totally different. And you've got to be careful, because you'll get oil usage problems if you don't use the right thing, and you could cause a lot of damage. It can be very expensive. So with a quick phone call to us here and talk to John or talk to one of us, we'll certainly point you in the right direction as to what it has.
Chainsaws, I guess you don't put old engine oil to do the chain.
No, well, you can do. You can do, to be fair, but it's pretty messy. It flies off everywhere and makes a hell of a mess, and it doesn't lubricate the chain like it's supposed to do, because a proper chain bar oil has a tackiness in it, so it doesn't come off. It stays inside the chain, and it's designed to do that at high revs, and it won't fly off. So you're only kidding yourself if you use some cheap and nasty stuff, because you're going to wear things out. So, and chain bar oil is not expensive. We run in-house specials on things all the time, so you can buy a 1 litre or a 20 litre or whatever. It's not dear, so.
Coming down to smaller things, 2 strokes?
We do a full range of, we do a full synthetic 2-stroke oil, a semi-synthetic 2-stroke oil, a little mineral oil that we sell in 200 ml lots specifically for mixing up with a gallon of gas for your lawnmower at home, you know, so it makes it pretty simple. So we do all that sort of thing, 2 strokes, yes, yep.
Once again, how do you know which one to use?
If it's a little 2-stroke thing and it's a little weed eater or a lawnmower, you can use the little, it doesn't have to be anything very flash, you know, it can just be a mineral type oil. It doesn't have to be a semi-synthetic or a full synthetic, but once you're getting into high revving engine like chainsaws or motorcycles and that sort of thing, you need a bit of quality, so you need to go up to a semi or a full synthetic.
And speaking about motorbikes, I suppose chains?
For motorcycle, no, we do the chain oil and that sort of thing, and we do motorcycle oil for as well as the 2-strokes we were just talking about. We do a 4-stroke motorcycle oil too now, which we've got in house here. But no, we don't do motorcycle chains for sale. No, that's specific to a bike shop or whatever. But no, we just do the lubricant part.
So it's all very specific.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't put the right oil in your motorcycle engine, because the clutch runs inside the oil, you know, if you don't put the right oil in it that's got an additive for the clutch plates, you'll wear all that out and yeah, it ends badly. So you've got to use the right thing.
Plan ahead, I guess, and you can make or do the right decision and you can save an awful lot of money.
Well, you can save yourself a fortune by, you know, you think, oh, you know, should I pay $25 for that when the end result could be that you spend $225 fixing something that you didn't have to do. So, yep, just come and see us or phone us here in-house and we'll just tell you what it should have. We've got an amazing website that's got, you could throw anything at us. Look, I've got a 1956 ride-on lawnmower at home. What should it have in it? And John will be able to tell you because he's got it all on record. So you're never stuck for anything. We'll tell you what the latest thing has to the oldest thing. So, yeah, whether it be farm machinery, motor cars, trucks, whatever.
Now, changing the subject, that's a big heap of steel in that corner.
That's a 525 horsepower Cummins engine because we're the Cummins service dealer and parts dealer for the South Island. So we do half the branch here is flat out involved in the Cummins stuff. So and a Cummins is a very common engine in a lot of the truck manufacturers. So yes, that's a big lump that's just sitting in display in here. We don't sell too many of them because they don't cause too much grief, but it's sitting here on display. So it's quite a popular talking point, that thing.